Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be new, hello again. My name's Dana. I really hope you guys decide to stick around, hang out. If you do, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I feel like that just came out a little bit aggressive. If it did, I apologize. I'm just like really excited to sit here and to film for you guys. And all that intro stuff aside, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Today we are going to be discussing, this is a ginormous box, but I wanted to show it to you guys just because I love like really good PR presentation. This is the brand new Jouer Essential High Coverage Creme. Jouer is fancy, so I'm gonna say Creme foundation. It came in this massive box. It's pretty heavy. There are 17 shades, which I think is pretty darn exciting. They retail for, can we get it all in frame, $38 a piece. It seems like there is a pretty good shade range. I have to say right off the bat, I love the packaging. I'm a huge fan of gold and like frosted glass. I just think it looks very, very chic. So kind of like the color wheel here on the side. As you can see, there's a good assortment of warm, cool, and neutral shades. And then they also included the Essential Precision Foundation Brush. Now, I don't think they are sold together, but I feel like a while ago I had heard Christina say on her Instagram that she did want to make like the brush come, or like the brush that she was using, she wanted to design one to go with the foundations. Kind of looks like a teardrop shape. So this is definitely what I'm going to try first to apply since it was kind of designed to be made with the foundation. So just to give you a quick rundown of the foundation, I honestly don't know too much about it. I haven't watched any other videos. It's available today, right? Yeah, today's the 17th, but this video probably won't be going up until the 18th because a video just went up today. So if you haven't watched that yet and you're interested, I'll go ahead and link it. But just to give you a quick rundown of the foundation, like I said, 17 shades, $38. Supreme coverage, lightweight and long wearing. It says that it creates an impeccable airbrushed matte finish instantly. I'm honestly more of like a luminous dewy girl, but I still definitely want to give this a try just because I love trying different foundations. It says that you just simply smooth a small amount of the concentrated formula onto the skin with Jouer's Essential Precision Foundation Brush, buff to reveal your perfect complexion. It says it has a tripeptide complex, hyaluronic acid, cucumber extract, long-wearing airbrush matte finish, and it is lightweight. So after going through it, I definitely felt like I was more in the medium tan line, and fawn looked to be the closest match to me. This one is described as a medium neutral. Here is a close-up of the packaging. As I said, it's gold on the top. It has a pump, which I love. I just feel like all foundations should have to come with a pump. And inside you get 0.68 fluid ounces, so a little bit less than what you normally get, but I'm guessing that's because it is such a high coverage formula. I wanted to give you all some quick swatches of the foundations, and apparently my dirty brush. So starting off with the fair light range, from the top to bottom we have alabaster, pearl, shell, porcelain, and sand. Next up, we have 7 of the shades that are the medium to tan range. So once again, starting from the top, there's almond, fawn, which is the shade that I use today, latte, caramel, macchiato, bronzed, and then nutmeg. Okay, and then here are the final 5 shades. These are in the dark to deep range. So starting from the top, we have cafe, walnut, cocoa, carob, and espresso. So without further ado, I was actually just filming a little Instagram video and I didn't have makeup wipes, so I totally just like drenched a towel, I know that looks so dingy, with my cellar water. So I do feel like I need to pop on a little bit of moisturizer first. If you guys caught my September favorites, then you probably already know what this is, but just in case you didn't and you slacken, this is the Glam Glow Glow Starter. I love this moisturizer. It smells like a straight up like orange creamsicle. For actual primer, this is a primer that I've been using pretty much consistently for the last month. It's from Becca. I always forget the name. I think Backlight something, right? No, First Light Priming Filter. It just has this really nice kind of lavender tone to it. And I feel like that really helps to just kind of perk up and brighten up my skin because it is looking a wee bit dull. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off with just pumping some onto, I don't know if I should do it on the back of my hand, straight onto the brush. I don't know because I really don't use these kind of brushes too often. Let's go ahead and start off with the brush. So I'm just gonna, I just did like not even a full pump. That was one teeny tiny drop. And I'm just going to kind of dot this around. Like I said, I'm not really used to this kind of foundation brush. Like I don't know if I should be putting any pressure up on this point or really just kind of concentrate it on the handle. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a touch more on this side, dot it first, and then just kind of, I guess, smear it around. Honestly, I'm just not used to this sort of application. I just like normal brushes and a beauty blender, but I really wanted to give this foundation like a fair shot with this brush. Okay, so right off the bat, I would say it's definitely more of like a medium coverage, because in my mind, like full coverage is something that's going to like completely mask freckles and everything right away. But I will say it basically feels like non-existent on my face. I don't feel like I have anything on my face. So I will say the lightweight claim is definitely true. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in a bit just so you can really see. Okay, so see what I mean? Like all freckles and everything are still there. So now I wanna just put another tiny bit on my hand like this and kind of concentrate it on areas where, oh wow, it really does spread out a ton. Okay, and then go in and blend it with this. I feel like people either love or hate these brushes. I'm just not really used to them. I don't like the way it like tugs. But I mean, it definitely buffs the foundation right in. I feel like the foundation, you can really see on some of these dry patches on my forehead. See right here, which my skin has been like super dry lately. And with it being a matte finish, I do feel like it kind of picked up on that. Honestly, right off the bat, it's like, it's not bad, but I'm not like in love with it either. I kind of want to go in with one additional layer. I have to say though, I don't really like this brush. Okay, I'm gonna go in with one more pump. I feel like I'm probably using way more than what most people would, but I don't know, for being like high coverage, I feel like you can still see like a lot of my freckles. And normally I don't care if my freckles show, but I feel like even some of my like more medium coverage foundations do a better job of making my skin look all even. This whole brush thing just weirds me out. There is, I guess, basically like 1.5 layers. The coverage, I still feel like the coverage is more medium. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the brush or what, but I don't feel like it's like super high coverage. Like when I think high coverage, I think Estee Lauder Double Wear or Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. I feel like this is more of a medium coverage, but with a definite matte finish, just because I really don't like the way that you can really see some of my dry patches. Like I just feel like my skin doesn't look good. Let me zoom you guys in a bit. I mean, good grief, look at my fine lines on my forehead. But this right here, I have this like dry section right here, and I just feel like you can really see that. I feel like right in this area too, it's just kind of picking up on the texture that I really don't like. I'm gonna try adding a touch more. I'm sure some of y'all are yelling at me through the screen like, if you don't like it, why are you adding more and more? But like I said, I don't know if it's that brush that's kind of making me dislike it even more or what. Right off the bat, look at that. Just with applying it with my hands, that I would say is more of a full coverage. I think I actually like it applied with my hands more. I will say though, just the weight of this foundation, I mean, it really is just like lightweight. You don't feel anything. All right, so after applying it with my fingers and then just kind of evening it out with the beauty blender, I like the look of that way more than what I did with the brush. It just seems like with the brush, it was kind of like moving parts around that had already set, and the finish is more of like a semi-matte finish. It's not like a powder, cakey, super dry, uncomfortable matte. On my forehead, you can still see some of those drier patches, but I feel like it looks a bit more even now. But now I know for next time, I'd probably go in and prep with some sort of beauty oil, like the Tarte Maracuja Oil. But since this was my first time trying it, I wasn't really sure what to expect. But for me personally, I have to say I definitely prefer the look of using my fingers over that brush. Right now I'm so hot. Can you see my chest is getting like so red right now, but the fan in here is too loud. So I'm gonna go in and apply some under eye brightener just onto my under eyes. I really don't feel like I need too much concealer, but I do want to brighten up these areas a bit. I don't think it requires any powdering. Right now on the areas that I did a second coat, it is still slightly tacky, but it's the kind of tacky that you can tell that it's starting to dry up some more. And as it dries, it doesn't do any sort of like weird tightening effect. So that's nice. I went ahead and applied the rest of my face. It is currently 1:57. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do a super long wear test. I'm going to keep it on till at least I would say 8:30. So yeah, here is the final well, I guess like the final first application. And I don't think I'm going to do like consistent check-ins. I'm just going to do a check-in at the end of the day unless I notice something like really crazy happening, like during the halfway point, then I may come back and let you guys know. But yeah, so it is now 1:57. I need to do something to like even this out. Next time we're definitely going to be mixing some shades. So yeah, I will see you guys in probably around, like I said, 8:30. Okay, so it is now 8:01, so almost 7 hours later. I think it was like 1:27 whenever I finished applying the foundation. Final verdict, it seems to be pretty long wearing. The only thing is the weather was super nice today, so I can't really say how it wears in humidity. I think the high was like 80, but there was a nice cool breeze, which was like really, really nice for us just because it's been so muggy. So I can't say humidity wise, but I mean, I have been wearing it for what, 6.5 hours. I feel like 7 to 8 hours. It's kind of the norm for foundation, at least like testing just to see how the overall formula is. Now I'm still standing by the fact that I definitely prefer just applying it with my fingers. In fact, I do want to apply it again tomorrow and just completely skip out on the brush and only use my fingers, because then I think I'll be able to use even less product, just because the way that I applied with the brush and with my fingers, I felt like it went from medium coverage to high coverage, which is what it's called, high coverage creme foundation. But I do want to see how it looks if I do go in with a silicone primer just on these areas and right here, just because I feel like those areas you can definitely see like my pores. You can still see like the patchiness and dryness here. So as I mentioned earlier, I do want to go in and try it again with the Tarte Maracuja Oil and then some sort of blurring primer just in those problematic areas. But overall, once I apply it with my fingers, I really do like the way that it applied, especially for being a matte foundation. It doesn't feel like powdery or drying. Sometimes with matte foundations, if you even have like a little bit of like a drier skin type, it just seems like it sucks every bit of moisture out of your skin, and I can't stand that type of feeling. That's why I typically go for like dewy or luminous finishes. But for being a matte, or what do they call it, airbrushed matte finish, I actually really like the finish of it. So like I said, I can't say whether I like totally love it. Do I like it? Yes, but I would not recommend it with a brush. At least, I don't know, maybe I'm just a total noob with that brush. I just could not get it to apply how I wanted to, but with my fingers, I really did like the application. I feel like I've said the word fingers like 1,200 times in this video. So yeah, I'm definitely going to wear it again. If you guys follow me on Instagram, be sure to check out my Instagram stories. I will probably give you guys an additional update on there, and I may go ahead and leave some little blurb in the caption below. That is it for this video. If you guys like these kind of first impressions wear test videos, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.